Today, we break down every single weapon Ukrainian Special Forces use against Russia. Don't miss a single reveal as we see them all. Chapter 1. Precision rifles, starting with the Barrett M82A1. This .50 caliber anti-material rifle delivers devastating kinetic energy at ranges exceeding 1,800 meters. Ukrainian operators use it to disable Russian command vehicles, communications arrays, and light armor with surgical precision. One round through an engine block ends mechanized advances before they begin. The MRAD by Barrett. Featuring a multi-caliber bolt-action system that switches between .338 Lapua Magnum and .300 Norma Magnum in minutes. This platform gives snipers tactical flexibility. It's punching through body armor at extreme range, eliminating high-value targets before Russian security details even register the threat. Ukraine's domestically produced Snipex Alligator, chambered in the massive 14.5 by 114 mm round originally designed for heavy machine guns. This beast generates over 30,000 joules of muzzle energy. Special Forces operators are using it to engage targets beyond 2,000 meters, turning fortified positions and light vehicles into scrap metal with rounds that fly like artillery shells. The Accuracy International EXMC. This folding precision rifle system delivers sub-MOA accuracy while remaining compact enough for insertion operations. Ukrainian teams deploy it for urban overwatch missions, where its quick-change barrel system allows immediate adaptation from anti-personnel to anti-material roles without leaving the hide site. The CHATAC M200 intervention. This American bolt-action rifle chambered in .408 CHATAC maintains supersonic velocity past 2,000 meters with minimal wind drift. Ukrainian snipers are using it to conduct counter-sniper operations, eliminating Russian marksmen who believe themselves safely positioned beyond conventional engagement ranges. The Remington MSR modular sniper rifle, featuring a tool-free caliber conversion system and advanced recoil mitigation. This platform allows operators to switch mission profiles in under 2 minutes. It's being deployed in reconnaissance teams that need adaptability without carrying multiple weapon systems through hostile territory. Chapter 2. Assault rifles and carbines. Let's move on to the M4A1 carbine. Supplied through NATO channels, this gas-operated workhorse features a 14.5-inch barrel optimized for close-quarters battle. Ukrainian SOF are running these with advanced optics and suppressors, clearing Russian-held buildings with controlled bursts that maintain acoustic discipline while delivering lethal terminal ballistics. The FN SCAR-L and SCAR-H platforms. These modular battle rifles switch between 5.56 by 45 mm and 7.62 by 51 mm configurations, giving teams ammunition commonality with both NATO and captured Russian supplies. They're proving invaluable in extended operations behind enemy lines where resupply is measured in weeks, not days. The Kalashnikov variant AK-74M, still the backbone of Ukrainian special operations. This proven system fires the 5.45 by 39 mm cartridge with familiar reliability. Operators exploit identical manual of arms training with Russian forces, allowing seamless integration of captured ammunition during sustained engagements in contested zones. The Israeli Taver X95. This bullpup assault rifle compresses a full-length barrel into a package barely 26 inches long. Ukrainian operatives prize it for vehicle operations and building clearance, where its compact dimensions deliver rifle-caliber firepower in spaces where traditional platforms become liabilities. The 416 from Germany, utilizing a short-stroke gas piston system that reduces carbon fouling. This platform maintains reliability in the mud and frozen conditions of the Donbass. Special Forces are mounting it with thermal optics for night raids that turn Russian occupation forces into targets who never see their attackers. The SIG MCX Rattler. This ultra-compact platform measures just 16 inches with the stock collapsed while firing the 5.56 by 45 mm round. Ukrainian operators are using it for clandestine vehicle interdictions and close protection details, where concealability matters as much as lethality. The CZ Bren 2. This Czech modular rifle features exceptional ergonomics and ambidextrous controls that enable operators to maintain weapon control during transitions. Special Forces are deploying it in urban environments where split-second target acquisition determines who walks away from contact. The Fort 221 Ukrainian assault rifle, domestically produced and chambered in 5.56 by 45 mm NATO. This platform represents indigenous manufacturing capability. Operators use it to maintain operational security with local supply chains that don't depend on international logistics networks vulnerable to interdiction. Chapter 3. Anti-armor and heavy weapons. Now let's look at the Javelin FGM-148. This fire-and-forget missile system features dual-mode seekers that lock onto thermal signatures before launch. Ukrainian operators are using top attack flight profiles to bypass reactive armor, striking Russian tanks through their thinnest protection and converting main battle tanks into crematoriums for their crews. The NLAW, Next Generation Light Anti-Tank Weapon, weighing just 12.5 kilograms, this Swedish-British collaboration uses predictive line-of-sight guidance to intercept moving armor. SLAF teams are ambushing Russian convoys with devastating effect. Shoulder-fired missiles that require minimal training but deliver maximum carnage against vehicles worth millions. The American M141 bunker defeat munition, specifically designed to breach reinforced structures. This 83 mm rocket generates a thermobaric explosion that collapses hardened positions. Ukrainian Special Forces deploy it against Russian command posts and ammunition depots, where overpressure waves kill through walls that stop conventional explosives. The RPG-7 with modern tandem warheads. This Soviet legacy system has been upgraded with new munitions that defeat explosive reactive armor through sequential detonation. Operators are using it in urban ambushes where its battlefield abundance means unlimited ammunition from captured Russian stocks. The Carl Gustav M4 recoilless rifle. This Swedish multi-role system fires programmable airburst rounds, armor-piercing projectiles, and illumination shells from the same 84 mm tube. Ukrainian teams exploit its versatility for everything from bunker destruction to area denial, making it the Swiss Army knife of heavy weapons. The AT-4 disposable launcher. This single-shot 84 mm system delivers immediate anti-armor capability without reusable launcher weight. Special Forces are distributing them throughout reconnaissance teams, enabling every operator to engage armored threats without dedicated heavy weapon specialists. The Panzerfaust III from Germany, featuring a tandem warhead that defeats reactive armor and bunkers alike. This reusable system provides sustained firepower. Ukrainian operators are using it to establish anti-armor ambushes where multiple engagements from the same position devastate Russian mechanized formations. The Stugna P anti-tank guided missile. This Ukrainian-designed system features remote operation that places the gunner 50 meters from the launcher. Operators fire from concealed positions, then relocate before Russian counter-battery systems can triangulate their location. A capability that's destroyed hundreds of armored vehicles while preserving operator survival. Chapter 4. Machine guns and support weapons. The M240B medium machine gun, chambered in 7.62 by 51 mm NATO. This belt-fed weapon delivers sustained suppressive fire at ranges exceeding 1,000 meters. Ukrainian Special Forces are using it to anchor defensive positions and provide covering fire during extraction operations, where volume of fire determines survival. The FN Minimi M249 SAW. This 5.56 by 45 mm light machine gun provides squad-level automatic fire without the weight penalty of larger systems. Operators deploy it during movement-to-contact scenarios where immediate suppression allows maneuver elements to flank Russian positions. The PKM General Purpose Machine Gun. This Soviet-designed workhorse fires the 7.62 x 54 mmR cartridge with legendary reliability. Ukrainian teams are running these with captured Russian ammunition, turning logistics advantages into sustained firepower during protracted engagements. The Browning M2 HB.50 caliber machine gun, mounted on vehicles and static positions. This heavy machine gun delivers devastating firepower against personnel, light vehicles, and structures. Special Forces are using it to defend critical infrastructure and provide overwatch for insertion operations. The MG5 from Germany. This modern belt-fed system features quick-change barrel technology and fires the 7.62 by 51 mm round with enhanced accuracy. Ukrainian operators prize it for sustained fire missions where barrel life determines operational tempo during extended contacts. Chapter 5. Explosives and Demolitions. M18 Claymore Mine, containing 700 steel ball bearings behind 680 grams of C. For explosive, this directional anti-personnel weapon creates a 60-degree kill zone extending 50 meters. Special forces are seeding withdrawal routes and ambush sites with command-detonated claymores that shred Russian infantry formations attempting to pursue or flank Ukrainian positions. The C-4 plastic explosive. This stable, moldable compound delivers 1.34 times the explosive power of TNT while remaining safe enough to burn without detonating. Operators are using it for precision demolitions, collapsing bridges under Russian armor, cratering supply routes, and destroying munitions dumps with calculated charges that deny infrastructure without excess collateral damage. Remote detonated improvised explosive devices. Ukrainian SOF are fabricating these from captured Russian ordnance, old artillery shells, and command wire systems. They're turning every road into a potential kill zone, every abandoned building into a trap, forcing Russian forces to slow their advance and expend resources on route clearance. The NLAW 50 directional mine. This Soviet-designed equivalent to the Claymore projects a horizontal cone of fragmentation. Ukrainian teams are repurposing captured stocks and integrating them with modern radio detonators, creating remotely triggered ambushes that turn Russian movements through contested areas into calculated massacres. The M112 demolition block. This military-grade C-4 composition comes in standardized 1.25-pound blocks optimized for precision charges. Special forces are using it to destroy Russian ammunition caches, fuel depots, and communication nodes, surgical strikes that cripple logistics without requiring air support. Anti-vehicle mines like the TM-62. These pressure-activated devices contain enough explosive to disable main battle tanks. Ukrainian operators are emplacing them along known Russian supply routes, creating minefields that force enemy convoys into kill zones covered by anti-armor teams. Chapter 6. Specialized Systems and Force Multipliers. Now let's examine suppressed firearms like the Gemtech-equipped Glock 19. Subsonic 9mm ammunition combined with advanced baffling reduces report to hearing-safe levels. Ukrainian operatives use these for sentinel elimination and close-quarters work where a single unsuppressed shot would compromise entire missions. The HK-MP7 personal defense weapon. Firing the armor-piercing 4.6 by 30mm cartridge. This compact system defeats body armor while remaining controllable in full automatic fire. Special forces are issuing it to vehicle crews and support personnel who need immediate defensive firepower without rifle dimensions. The DJI Mavic 3 commercial drone modified for combat. These quadcopters carry modified grenades and shaped charges, providing special forces with organic precision strike capability. Operators are dropping munitions through open hatches, targeting Russian mortar teams, and conducting reconnaissance that previously required satellite coordination. Thermal imaging systems like the FLIR PTS-736. These handheld units detect heat signatures through smoke, darkness, and light vegetation. Ukrainian SOF are using them to identify Russian positions, track movement patterns, and execute night operations where technological superiority replaces numerical advantage. The Phoenix Ghost loitering munition. This American-supplied switchblade-type system hovers over target areas for extended periods before diving onto identified threats. Special forces are employing them as airborne sentries that autonomously engage Russian logistics vehicles and command posts kilometers from the operator's location. Night vision systems like the and PVS-14 monocular. These third-generation image intensifiers transform darkness into tactical advantage. Ukrainian operators are conducting entire missions under moonless conditions, appearing like phantoms to Russian forces equipped with inferior optics. The Barrett MRAD and .338 Norma Magnum. This precision rifle system extends effective range beyond 1,500 meters while maintaining portability. Special Forces snipers are using it to conduct interdiction operations against high-value targets moving through areas they believe secure from observation. Commercial quadcopter systems with real-time video. These reconnaissance platforms provide overhead surveillance without aviation assets. Operators are conducting route reconnaissance, target confirmation, and battle damage assessment with devices purchased commercially and modified for military application. Encrypted radio systems like the Harris Falcon 3, these software-defined radios provide secure communications across multiple frequency bands. Ukrainian Special Forces maintain coordination across dispersed teams while denying Russian signals intelligence any actionable intercepts. Each weapon represents a node in Ukraine's asymmetric response, where technological edge, tactical innovation, and operational audacity compensate for numerical disadvantage, transforming special operations forces into strategic assets that shape battlefield outcomes far beyond their physical footprint. These systems don't just inflict casualties, they multiply force, preserve operator survivability, and sustain resistance across a theater where conventional wisdom predicted rapid defeat. If you want to see more breakdowns like this, drop your suggestions in the comments below. Let us know what deep dive you want next. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss when we decode the hardware that shapes modern warfare.